My toxic mean girls coworkers sent me a bag of literal trash while I was recovering from surgery. You won't believe what happened next, plus 2 updates. I'm currently covering a maternity leave and had to go in for a not insignificant surgery. It was complicated by the fact that I seemed to be working in the real-life version of Mean Girls, most frequently with the Regina George stand-in. I ended up having my surgery and negotiating remote work for my recovery. I'm feeling a lot less stressed, even though I logged back in the day after my procedure and got right back to it. Today, 2 coworkers I'd gotten close to came by for a visit, and the weirdest work gift situation ever came up. They both gave me a lovely gift and treated me to dinner. Then, they sheepishly looked at each other, sighed, and said the office had a gift as well. I could tell they felt weird about it. It was a reusable shopping bag filled with garbage. A used pair of unwanted, scuffed shoes, several junk mail brochures, expired tea from the office kitchen, some dusty old plaques from the 90s, and a Sublime CD. One of the songs is called Date Rape. I was taken aback. I asked what this was supposed to be. They told me the people at the office said they should try to keep a straight face like this was a legitimate gift, that it was supposed to give me a laugh. It did not. I said I really appreciated the thoughtful gift, dinner, and visit the 2 of them had given me, but that this joke's gift wasn't really appropriate and didn't fit the relationship we all have as coworkers. Rather than gentle ribbing, it felt like being in grade 9 gym class all over again. They apologized profusely, and I asked them to take the bag back with them on the way out. Due to my injury recovery, I couldn't actually leave my apartment for a while, and I couldn't get it down to the garbage myself. Don't get me wrong, I like joke gifts. I've given them and received them in the past. But when I've been on a team that did this, it wouldn't be actual garbage, and it would be followed by something thoughtful, like restaurant delivery, grocery, or taxi gift cards, etc. They just gave me actual garbage, and I was going to be asked how I liked my gifts on Monday, and I had no idea what to say. Typically, I would do a warm thank you and find something to like about a gift, even if it wasn't my thing. But what do you even say about this? That I was confused? That I'm not sure what to say? I didn't really want to laugh along with it. I thought it was awful. Any advice would be much appreciated. I've not really encountered a situation like this before, and most of my friends are just as stumped. Update. I got asked how I liked the gift on a call this morning, and I said I didn't really understand it or have a place for anything in the bag. I also couldn't get down to take it out myself, so I asked the coworkers to take it back with them. They seemed to honestly think I would enjoy it. This is so bizarre. I'm so glad I'm working from home. As for my couple of nice coworkers, it's definitely a case of the office being so awful that a bag of garbage didn't seem that bad. Update. I can't remember if I ever sent a formal update about getting a bag of garbage from my terrible ex-manager. I had mentioned a small update in the original post regarding the most awkward team conference call the next day. Regina really did think I would play along, asking how I liked my gift in a joking tone, and I straight up said I didn't understand or appreciate the gift. I also told her I couldn't get down the stairs to dispose of it, and had to send it with the coworkers, who I then thanked warmly for the actual gift they gave. Maybe it wasn't the most mature response, but honestly, I hit the ground hard as soon as I could, metaphorically speaking, because the surgery really did knock a lot out of me looking for a new job. I spent a few weeks resting up and getting my work done, but refused anything above and beyond my role. Which might sound terrible, but Regina had a bad habit of promising the actual impossible, like a custom, usable typeface designed in an afternoon or a massive marketing campaign. She actually referenced major artist launch campaigns, like Taylor Swift, executed in under a week with no budget. I wish I was exaggerating. It will surprise exactly no one that a small, family-run firm is not a great place to work. Between the agents doing lines in the bathroom, throwing metal staplers around the office, to Regina calling up random employees to loudly berate them on the phone. None of the office walls reached the ceiling, so you could hear everything, and talking about how hard she partied with the artists we represented. I have never heard so many stories about vomiting in the street in my life. It was definitely something. Anyway, I handed in my 2 weeks notice a couple months after the garbage incident. Regina was weird the whole time, vacillating between super bitter, I hope you enjoy your next job because I'll be stuck here forever, and weird, weepy declarations of how much they'd miss me, accompanied by awkward hugs. I stayed in touch with a few coworkers, all of whom left shortly after I did. We still chat every now and then, sometimes to make sure it all actually happened and wasn't a collective fever dream. I'm happily working back in tech, full-time remote. I've worked a couple gigs over the past 5 years, and while startup life can be a little broy, the worst I've had to deal with gift-wise was the rise and fall of branded pop sockets.